Do you have an age where you feel like you're going to stop?
Uh,
Because you're 23 now.
yeah.
Floyd is 40?
Yeah,
40.
Floyd 40.
Yeah. Which you don't see very often. I mean, you see, what's the name of the dude who fought to a really older age?
B-Hop.
Yeah.
Bernard.
Bernard Hopkins. I actually interviewed him at his house
For real?
in Philly. Yeah, in his high rise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got knocked out.
Yeah, he fought into his mid 40s, almost 50.
But not to talk. I mean, he was fighting people that they know he could beat.
Yeah.
They was doing the right way, though. He's still, you know what I mean. He Bernard Hopkins, and they giving him opponents that he's supposed to beat at that age.
Right, because I guess there's like professional losers and boxers in boxing where like dudes will basically just
come for the check.
Yeah, we'll just show up, lose,
get
the check, and then go do another fight, lose, and just use where young fighters use them to kind of build up their records and stuff like that. That's a real thing.
Yeah, but they also come to try to knock you out, knock your head off, knock your set off.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel a certain age is too old to fight?
I mean, you could go. I said something on Twitter, probably about like 3 weeks ago, something like that. I was just saying that the OGs need to hang it up in boxing, because you got to think about it. It's young, hungry people coming from nothing. You know what I mean? And if y'all don't hang it up, every time y'all try to step in front of us, we're going to show you what we made of. And we ain't showing no remorse or nothing. We, like Cotto, just fought. And they was mad that I said that. But I wasn't actually talking about Cotto. I was just saying the OGs that's was in the game before us need to, you know what I mean, they need to respect us. If not, you're going to go out ass up, face down.
Right. I mean, it's a young man's game to a certain degree.
Yeah.
I mean, Floyd.
I'm not disrespecting the OG. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, as you get older, your body can't heal the same way. It is what it is.
You gotta take. You know what I mean? You gotta take care of your body. And if you know you're not at that up to par as this young man that's coming up, you know he got a lot to prove. So if you ain't got that same hunger as you had since you was 8 years old, don't step in there with no young lion. Please don't. Not with me.
You know, I mean, with boxing, it's kind of historically been focused on the heavyweights, right? You know, the Muhammad Ali era, the Mike Tyson era, the George Foreman era,
Floyd
stuff like that. Floyd came and kind of
changed it
a bit, you know. And I mean, there are great fighters, you know, in his weight class before him, but he definitely changed the game. But it seems like for a very long time, there hasn't really been a superstar heavyweight. You know, there's been good heavyweights, but I feel like Mike Tyson was the last superstar heavyweight, and before him was Ali. But since that time, you've never seen a dude that's been at like just a totally dominant kind of figure like that. Why do you think that is?
They're not marketable, and they not going. They don't have that instant like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was coming to kill, nothing less. A lot of people. That's why I have the boxing world right now, because nobody had that mentality like I have it right now, or Mike Tyson, or Floyd Mayweather, Pretty Boy Floyd. That's why the lane is just so open.
Have you ever met Tyson?
No, I never met him.
I met him once.
Yeah.
He kind of crazy for real. He's for real crazy. Like off camera crazy.
For real?
Yeah, I met him. It was like I was a mixtape DJ at the time. DJ Vlad, and I had this mixtape with Game, and he was going into like a soul food restaurant in Inglewood or something. Like we were in the hood somewhere, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna go give Mike Tyson my mixtape. So I'm like, oh excuse me, Mike, I'm DJ Vlad. Here's my mixtape. He's like, thank you. This is your mixtape? I said, yeah. You made this mixtape. Yeah. This mixtape was made by you. Yeah. This is your mixtape. And he just kept asking me over and over again. And it's like, it's Mike Tyson. I keep answering the question. Like, you know, I mean, he's huge in person. This was back, you know, years and years ago where he was still huge. And it's like, he just kept asking me over and over again. And I'm like, whew, this motherfucker on some shit right now. But I got to keep telling him, like, you know, he's okay, thank you. Then he just walked into the restaurant.
It's crazy. Yeah,
that's my one Mike Tyson story, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I never met him, though.
Yeah, I mean, he was, you know, kind of like you. He was knocking people out a couple seconds in. Like, it was so exciting because it's like.
We know we're going to get a knockout.
Yeah, he was bigger than boxing. You know what I'm saying? People who had no interest in boxing, never watched boxing matches, all knew about Tyson. You know, all would tune in and watch his shit. You know? But, you know, based on bad decisions and not really listening to his trainers and everything, he got knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, you know, I'm older than you. Like, I remember watching that Buster Douglas fight. And it was like...
They said people was crying.
Yo, that shit was like...
It's sad.
Buster Douglas was one of these, like, you know, these dudes that no one... Like, he wasn't really ranked high or anything else like that. But I guess his mother just died.
Oh, for real?
So he had a certain
chip on
degree
his
of
shoulder.
anger and everything else like that. And Tyson wasn't really listening to his trainers. He had big entourages, was fucking around, probably doing drugs at the time, and everything else like that. He came in and just got his ass whooped.
They said people was crying bad. Like, it was an upset.
Yeah, it was like 100-to-1 odds. Like, I remember, like, the betting was insane on that. Like, you could put...
Tyson favorite?
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, it was like, the odds were like literally, like, you know, $100 would get you like 10 G's. Like, you know, if you bet on Buster Douglas. You know?
It's crazy.
But then, you know what happened afterwards to Douglas, right?
Whatever.
He just got fat, lazy.
He probably made a shit ton of money off that.
Yeah, he made a bunch of money off of it. Had one other fight, I think against Holyfield, and Holyfield destroyed him. He got so fat that he gave himself diabetes. You know what I mean?
Still living?
I think so. But he was in bad. And then he tried to come back years later, and it was just like, you know, after the money was gone.
That's why a lot of Mexican fighters and Spanish fighters, they get that good payday. They go back to that country, be rich.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's still alive. He's 57.
Uh-huh.
He's 57. Yeah, he had 46 fights, 38 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, 1 no contest.
6 losses? You can't lose 6 times in this area.
Yeah?
Hell no. I'm not trying to lose, period.
Yeah.
At all. Not 1 loss. I can't afford it.
You're trying to be like Floyd.
Yeah. I cannot afford it.
19-0, you got 31 more fights.
Yeah. 31 more fights. 31 more knockouts.
Yep. That's what it is. Gervonta, man, appreciate you coming in, man.
Thank you.
You know, I'm a fan. You know, I feel like you're part of that next generation to really usher in the next level of greatness in boxing.
Yes, sir.
You know, which to me is actually my favorite sport.
Yes.
Like, I like watching boxing more than any other sport, honestly.
Great.
You know, so, man, I want, you know, here's to 31 more knockouts, man. What it is.